Hi, this is Michael Johnson with MichaelJohnson.com. And in today's video, we're going to show you how to optimize for Google local search. Now, obviously, to get here, you want to go to local.google.com or just type into the search browser Google local search and it'll take you to this page. Now, if you have a Gmail account, it'll go ahead and automatically sign you in or give you an option to add Google local to this account. Whatever Gmail account you have, you want to go ahead and use that. It makes it easier to go ahead and manage all your accounts that way. Now once you're on this page, you'll go ahead and look for this link, put your business on Google Maps. And this is how you get into the local search here. Now, once you're coming in, you'll see you have two different things. You have locations and coupons. We'll actually discuss the coupons a little bit later on. But for now, we're just going to add a new listing. Now, for adding a new listing, there's a couple of things that you want to keep in mind. First of all, Google's a search engine. And when people go and type in things, they don't necessarily look for your name or your business. They type in specific keywords, and that's what they're looking for. Now, people ask me all the time, how can I show up for local listings on Google search? Well, here's the answer to that question. Right here, you'll see the name for the company and the organization. Well, a lot of people put just that in here. They'll put the company name in here, but that's actually not how you get found on the search engines for this particular local search. You can include your company name and other things like your URL and in the description tag. But for right now, what you want to do is actually put in your main keyword. Okay. So on the main keyword, this will give you the best probability of getting actually put up in the search. Now, on this next part, you'll obviously want to put in your street address, and this is kind of self-explanatory. Now, I'm actually putting this, filling out some information here so we can actually use it and we can go through and show you a couple different things real quick. Now, for your main phone number, you actually want to use the format that everybody's familiar with. It's just a little easier for people to read when they do this, and they actually will by default want you to get in here as well. Now you can add as many numbers as you want in here. I recommend putting in a toll-free number and a customer service number or the main number where they can contact you most of the time. Now for the email address, and of course to add more numbers, you just go right here. For the email address, I recommend putting in some type of support email. Okay, so your support email, because this is not only going to be where people are going to email you requesting information. So if you want to create a specific email address just for this, you can do that. If not, put in a general support email, but you're going to need to have access to it because you are going to have to confirm this. Now, this obviously is where you want your domain to go. Now, keep in mind that if you don't actually have your main website, that is the best place for them to go. Like for example, if you want to direct them to a subdirectory or a separate page, this is what you would want to put in here. Don't necessarily put in your main domain, your home page on here. I would actually put in what actually matches up closest to this main keyword. Now, if you're coming down here for the description, this is where you're going to add additional keywords in here. You're going to put a description not only for being search engine friendly, but also to be friendly for the people that are going to be viewing this on the search engine. So you want to give enough information that tells a little bit about your business, but also include pertinent keywords to what you're trying to get searched for. Now you'll notice you have a 200 character max, so try and keep it as short as possible. It's almost like a little Twitter thing. Twitter has 140 characters, this has 200. Keep it short and sweet. Of course, you'll notice that as you're typing in the information over here on the left-hand side, it's actually going to be appearing on the right-hand side exactly as it will appear in the Google Maps. So if you're getting confused with something over here, you need to change it over here on the left-hand side. Now as we'll go down to the next part here, we're actually going to have, it's going to process the information. Now if you already have a business, you can claim it. If not, you just come down here and add your listing. Now any of the listings that you do are actually going to have to be verified, so that's important why you put in information that you can check. Now in the category here, you want to put in a couple of general categories, and you can add a couple different ones. Okay, so food bank, food restaurant, fast food restaurant, it just depends on what you're trying to do. So these are going to be the general categories that you want to add into. Now, I would also recommend putting in specific hours. If you're a local business that's only open, for example, 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, then this is what you want to do. If you have different hours, then go ahead and put on your different hours on here. Now, you can also do split hours, which is just kind of neat, which allows you to, for example, if your office is closed for a couple hours on Wednesday, because you have a charity event that you go to on a regular basis, that's every Wednesday, then you go ahead and put in here and you can split that time. Now, the other thing to add in here is you go ahead and, let's see, you actually want to go ahead and put in the type of payments that you actually do. Some people will look and say, hey, you know what? This guy doesn't accept American Express. I need to go on to the next one. Now, for the photos, this is pretty neat because you can add different photos. You can add photos from the web. You can add photos from your building. I highly recommend putting in a photo in here. Um, Photos of not only your establishment, but maybe even some products that you're doing. The other thing that you can do that's pretty neat is, of course, adding in videos and videos from YouTube. Now you can add in the URL. What you'll do is just type in whatever video that you have, so you submit it to YouTube, look at the URL, paste the exact same thing in here, and you can have up to 5 videos. So think of these as little commercials. Okay? So these are little commercials for your business. So you want to be able to add all 5 videos and talk about different things that are going to be important to you that you think your customers should know. Definitely answer any kind of customer service related questions that are in there or common things that you get all the time. Now, the other thing that you can do in here is if you have any additional information, you'll go ahead and put in like parking available, yes. If you carry certain brands, then you go ahead and put in the brands in here. Also, a couple of good things to put in here: if you have special events that go on at your place that are on a regular basis, you can go ahead and put those events in here. Keep in mind that you want to put as many keywords in here as possible as well. This is also another way for you to come up on several different listings without actually having to put them all over in the title of your business. Now, for this next part here, you actually have to verify what you're listing here. So here's what you want to do. First of all, I would recommend doing it by phone. It's a lot quicker. I've done, when I first started doing this, it was only available through mail, and that was a pain. It took forever to do anything. Also, the contact name here. This is a person that you want as your main point of contact. So if you're the owner of the business, but you want to have one of your managers as the contact person in here, I would recommend doing that. This is going to be the point of contact for anybody who's calling up and saying, hey, I want information about your business. This is the person that needs to be listed here. Okay? So first of all, by phone, make sure that the phone number that you had listed in there is the one that they're going to call. So if you're not there, don't actually do it. And then when you go ahead and finish this, then they'll actually will call you or they'll send out a postcard on this. So whichever one you prefer, and you'll go ahead and do this. And I'll kind of submit this so you can kind of see what it looks like. So you come over here to the next part where it says call me now or call me in 5 minutes. It gives you a PIN verification number, and you're going to have to enter in this information. Now, if you're not by your phone, then of course call me in 5 minutes, get by your phone. But if you still want to do it by postcard, it'll actually mail you a postcard with this PIN information, and then you'll have to call back and verify. It takes probably all of 30 seconds to do it. So those are a couple good tips for finding out how you can actually rank for the Google Local Business Center.